Hundreds of thousands of Venezuelans have come streaming across this border trying to escape the third world conditions inside their own country. So many have come out in the last few weeks that the border area outside Cucuta, Colombia is sheer chaos. With Venezuelan currency all but worthless, people do whatever they can to get enough to survive, selling candy, coffee, and even their own hair. Crime, prostitution, and drug use are rampant, and after dark, these filthy streets become a giant open-air sleeping area for hundreds of families, including many small children, because they simply have nowhere else to go. It's a hard life to be sure, but for so many, even this is better than what they left behind. 17-year-old Wendy came here a month ago from Valencia, Venezuela, where 2 weeks' salary was just about enough to buy this 1-pound bag of flour. But after sleeping on the ground and being unable to sell enough to get by, she's starting to have second thoughts.
Well, I have been here for 1 month. I left because of the situation in Venezuela, because of Maduro. But here it is very difficult. Staying here, sleeping on the street, perhaps it would be better back there because I have a family, help, and a bed. And here I am suffering by sleeping on the street.
It doesn't take long for most who cross here to realize staying in Cucuta is unsustainable, since the city's now said to hold more Venezuelans than Colombians. So thousands of Venezuelan refugees are picking up and walking the highway south, carrying little more than hope in their bags. So they say if you want to understand somebody, you have to walk a mile in their shoes. That's why I'm out here on this busy highway with this family that's walking from Cucuta, Colombia, all the way to Bogota. And it's very dangerous, as you can see. There's lots of these big trucks going by. They've got their little kids with them. And the problem with walking a mile in somebody's shoes is that so many of these people don't have any shoes. And that's where Operation Blessing comes in.
Most of the migrants from Venezuela are walking uphill for several hours in really bad conditions to reach Pamplona first and then go to Bucaramanga or other big cities, bigger cities than Cucuta.
Operation Blessing has been providing shoes and socks to those who need them along the trail. But more than that, along with local Christian organizations, they've been sharing the love of Christ in other ways.
Today we're planning to have a medical brigade here on the way to Pamplona. Also, Operation Blessing is bringing some water solutions, so we're going to be setting up a water station, clean water station for the migrants. So even when we are not here, they're going to be able to just walk by, open the faucet, refill their bottles, and it's going to be safe water for them.
Unlike the migrant caravans traveling out of Honduras last November, very few of these Venezuelans say they plan to go to the United States. Another difference is that the majority we spoke to said they'd be happy to turn around and go back home, just as soon as Nicolas Maduro and his regime are no longer in power. In the meantime, Operation Blessing will be here to help these weary travelers keep walking toward a better life. 12 days walk north of Bogota, Colombia. I'm Chuck Holton for CBN News.
Pat, some incredibly sad and desperate scenes there in Chuck's report.
Heartbreaking. You know, Bogota is up pretty high in the air. I mean, it's 6,000 or 7,000 feet, as I recall. I mean, I've been to Bogota a number of times, and it's high up in the mountains. So if they've got to go from near sea level all the way up, they're climbing up a big mountain. And we're there with Operation Blessing to help them, especially clean water. They need shoes. They need medical attention. They need vitamins for children. They need, obviously, safe water solutions. They need solar lights, which we have. And we're there. Operation Blessing, our disaster relief fund. So if you want to help where there's a real crisis, just pick up the phone, call in right now, and say, look, you can count on me. It's Operation Blessing Disaster Relief Fund. And Lord willing, all of the money you pledge will go to that cause. 1-800-700-7000.